Live. Welcome to the Game Night Show, where we help change makers change their game and everyone wins. I'd like to welcome our guests and those who are watching live via YouTube today. Go ahead and pop in our chat, say hi, where you're from, and what's your business. We tend to attract mostly people who are running businesses, so we'd love to know what it is you do to cause transformation in the world. You are tonight the live guinea pigs in our experimental games. So a highlight of what we're going to do today is, well, have you ever noticed how music can shift your energy instantly? What happens when we add music to games to make rapid shifts in manifesting and desired outcomes? So tonight we're going to have some swinging, rapid, good time in games that sing, which will expand on everyone's genius in creating clarity and energy from musically inspired games. Our guest contestant tonight is Alli Blotter, marketing strategist and founder of the Bold and Bright Fest, and I will be introducing her fully in just a moment. So tonight we are going to play some games. We're going to challenge our guest contestant with opening up part of her business that she can get clarity with the games that we're playing. We're going to give away a prize, and we're going to share how to keep playing with us all week long. Ha, yay. So we are sharing this today in YouTube and the links in Facebook where you can watch it later as well. If you are watching later, we would love for you to use the hashtag replay right now and let us know that you are here in the chats. So, welcome. I am Jean Berry. I'm a creative explorer and your game night show host. Coaches and consultants hire me to make branded games from their transformational work. And I work with an extraordinary team to make that happen. Let me introduce you to the Game Maker team and panelists on this show. First of all, up we have Astrid Mueller, brand magic maker and official Sparkle Girl. She opens creativity and connection in a deeper way for business owners. Give us a shout out, Astrid. Beautiful. And in addition to Astrid, we have Kavita Singh, our official magic catcher with business x-ray goggles that allow her to see things that are going on and how to maximize impact in the world. Say hi, Kavita.
Hey, everybody.
So glad to have you both here. And of course, our guest contestant tonight is Alli Blotter. Alli is the creator and founder of the Bold and Bright Fest. She has a background in theater and a passion for storytelling and knows that every leader has a bold, bright light within them. She helps them let that light out through creativity, immersive games, improv comedy, and rap music. Alli has multiple talents, including marketing strategist and LinkedIn trainer. You can discover how to shine brighter at boldandbrightfest.com. Welcome, Alli. So glad that you're here tonight.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Cool. So I'm just going to put us all on the screen here because I want you all to see this amazing team that we have going. And we're going to do actually a fun game to kick this all off tonight. So if you've been watching the show before, you know that we often do a rapid fire game. And today we're going to do that same game only with a twist. So with our rapid fire game today, we're going to be doing words that rhyme. So, I know, it's very exciting.
Yeah, that's not fair.
So today's rhyming word, we're going to start with the word sing. So we're going to do words that rhyme with sing. And so what's going to happen is we're going to keep it going around the circle, words that rhyme with sing, and the one first to hesitate is out until there's just one of us left, who will be crowned the supreme queen of rhyme. And so if you are on the chat, you can go ahead and type in your rhyming words as well for sing. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I can see you on my screen, so it's going to be me, Kavita, Astrid, Alli. Okay, and we're just going to go around the circle like that, and we're going to do our rhyming words. Okay, you ready? Sing.
Bing.
Ka-ching.
Thing. Ring.
Bling.
Ming.
Bring.
Using.
King.
Wing.
Playing. Jing. I don't know.
Oh, I should have said eating. Ooh.
Okay, so Kavita, did you have one more? Or were we stuck? No, that was it? So Allie's already crowned the queen of rhyme? I always think that I should win these games because, like I know what the word is in advance. I could just type those on my screen, right? I never do. And so it's all cool. So, of course, you would be the queen of rhyme, Allie, because that is definitely your world.
I love words so much.
That is beautiful. So, what we're going to do next actually is a play off another game that we've been playing for the last few weeks. And it's inspired by bibliomacy. So, considering that you are loving words, bibliomacy means divination by the book. And we have been doing this the last few weeks, and we've had some fun magic show up. And so we thought we'd put it to a musical theme.
Nice.
So if you're watching via live stream and you'd like to join our first game, in honor of our guest, who is also a musician and a performer, we are going to play this with this fabulous book, Classic 70s Songs.
Oh my God. Jean, you're awesome.
And so originally, of course, bibliomacy was taken from like sacred text. And so they would open up a book randomly to that spot and use certain ritual and ceremony. So it's gotten much less ceremonious and more popular with games like the dictionary game or things like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask a question, and then we're going to randomly open up our 70s music book. We're going to point to one spot in it, and that line we're going to find our wisdom to answer our question. So we're going to be able to go around and see what the wisdom is for this specific question. So because we have a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners who watch our show, I think I would like to ask our first question as, what is the best way to move forward right now in business? Okay, so this is a question for everyone who is live on here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the view of the book here. We're in my studio today, if you hadn't noticed. And so you're on my tabaret, and I set it up so we can have our book showing here. So we are magically answering that question. And so now that we've got the correct pomp and circumstance, I'm just going to flip to there. It's going to be right here. All right, I'm going to see what song this is from. Oh, awesome. This is from the song Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Yes.
And what I pointed to was this line that says, with a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for dance.
What? I love it.
So with a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in mood for a dance. So I'd like to open up that to all of our panelists and our guests, if you'd like to add something, Allie, to how you believe that answers our question for today, which was, what's the best way to move forward right now in business?
Wow, that's powerful. I've been I've been talking to Astrid about this. Like when I get in a funk or I feel like I have a block, I just start dancing or singing or like letting it out through my body in like a really musical way. Just start rocking out, and then I feel so much better, and I'll eventually like the words will come out. So and I love that it's Dancing Queen, because the queen part is just perfect.
I agree. It couldn't be more perfect today.
Yeah.
You have something to add, Astrid or Kavita?
I do, with the risk that there may be background noise, but we're all about authenticity. um, so for me, what came up is the whole visual of a queen in business. To really succeed, sometimes I find, like, myself and anybody, like, it's possible that we like drop into victim mode, and like things are happening to us, or like in reaction mode, or doing what other people do instead of listening to our inner queen. So I really feel that the best way to move forward right now in business is pretty much putting on that queen crown and like owning that inner CEO and that inner wisdom. That's what I got out of that, to just really stepping into that. And that's actually a piece that shows up for me right now. For me, it's all about owning my magic and just really being that. I caught myself this morning in a mastermind where I was kind of playing small and saying like, yeah, I do these intuitive drawings. And then they were all calling me out. Yeah, and you're so much more than that. And like, so it's a great example to really own the crown and be that. Because if we're not that, then nobody's going to buy it and nobody's going to buy from us.
Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
true.
And I love that energy of music too, which is a little bit of rock music, like that just raises your vibe right away, doesn't it? And I'm in the mood
Yeah.
for dance.
Exactly, Jean, because one of the things that I do personally, I mean, we all have our ways of doing morning rituals, and we can choose spiritual things like meditation and what else. Yet, for me, there are times when I choose specifically to just play music and dance around the house before I start my day in my business, because that's what brings me joy. So
Awesome,
it can be
awesome.
that easy.
Exactly. And so, okay, so here is the magic part of this one. And
Yeah.
I've decided to do another kind of secondary game on top of this game. So we're going to ask a second question. But before that, we do that, I'm going to ask Alli as our rhyming queen, since she's already been crowned, but we knew this was true. We're going to take that line, the first part of the line, which was with a bit of rock music, okay? And we're going to challenge Alli, our guest contestant today, to create a short rap with it,
Ooh. All
okay?
right.
So with a bit of rock music. All right, so we'll give you a second to think about that. And while she does that, I would love to know, if you are watching, if there's a song that really lights you up. Like, what is the song that you put on for your business to pull it all together? So I'd love for you to type that into the chat. What is your song go-to? And, one of the promises to myself I made for the Games That Sing show is that I wasn't going to sing. However, I figured it was all free game for the rest of our panelists and contestants. So if you feel moved, you get to sing. All right, Alli, how are you doing?
I'm good. I think I can go ahead.
All right, let's go.
With a bit of rock music, I don't abuse it, just lose it. With my emotions, collab and fuse it. It's how I'm moving, it's how I'm grooving. If you want to tune in, let's just do it.
You rock.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
That was pretty sweet.
I like it. Oh, this is fun.
Well, cool. Glad you're having a good time. We're going to actually ask another question. And I'm going to actually ask Kavita to tune in, and to our viewers and anyone who might be watching this later, what might be a good question for us to ask for our second round of our 70s music bibliomacy?
Okay, awesome. I love, and this is close to your heart, Jean. What is the music of our business?
Ooh, very
Yes.
cool. All right, so let's flip over to our classic 70s book. Close it up again. Reach out and infuse it with the magic that's going to show up to answer what is the music of our business. All right. We're stopping right there. Ooh. And it's right here. And the song was Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel. And and the part that I poked to is missing an angel child, 'cause you're here with me right now.
That is hilarious. Jean, can you explain that Kavita's business, what the name of Kavita's business is? That's hilarious.
All right, so Kavita runs a business called Earth Angel Wishes. So, of course, naturally, the fact that she has requested this question and we've had this magic show up of heaven must be missing an angel.
Wow.
Because you're right here with me, which, all over the place. That is just so perfect because it reminds you of who you are, right? You're here to do something magic and angelic. And not only that, but to connect to all that. All right, so who else wants to chime in?
What do you? I know that is so funny and powerful. Yeah, direct line to heaven. For sure.
And how many, I mean, I can't imagine a lot of songs in here have angels in them,
Kavita, that's your theme song for your business. There you have it.
Oh my gosh. We always have so much fun with this, and the synchronicity is so powerful with all of our shows. So this again is just magical.
I'm just so amused that it doesn't matter what the book is we choose.
Can
really
I throw
doesn't.
something in?
Please.
So I was reading a book about communicating with angels, and it said that music is the language of heaven. So I'm like,
that is really incredibly beautiful. Like, that really is that amazing thing. And especially since Kavita just says that sometimes she just dances around and puts on music to get where she needs to be to run her business. Of course it is. So let's just expand that a bit to everyone. I just asked you what your favorite song was to kind of get you in the space. I'm kind of curious, for this panel here, are there songs that you particularly like? I mean, is there a song that you like to put on, and what's your go-to?
right now, there is a song by, I forget the name of the artist, but it's called No Roots. And I learned it from a Koya class, but it's like, I've got no roots because my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots because my home was never on the ground. And it's just really fun about flying around with music.
Yeah, I think that's Alice Merton. Yeah.
Maybe they redid it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that song.
It's amazing. Sounds really cool. Kavita, what are you getting?
So for me, the song changes every maybe few days. However, the one that jumps out at me right now is I don't remember the artist, but the name of the song is "Turn the Lights Down Low" or "Lights Down Low," I think is the name of the song, and it's a love song. And the funny thing about it is, I really like how the guy sang it very soulfully from his heart, like you can feel it. It's very emotional. And I've always heard it from the radio when I'm in the car with my husband. And when I decide to play it on YouTube, I choose the audio version. And I just because I'm sticking the phone in my pocket and I'm moving around, right? So I don't need to see the screen. And I don't know how many months have passed by. And one day I was sitting in the car and I'm like, you know what? I never saw the video for this song. It never occurred to me to look at the music video. And so when the thought came to me, I made a mental note to do so. And actually I looked at the video for the first time on my birthday, and I just started weeping so much because the video was about a guy and a girl getting together, you know, in a relationship, you go through whatever. So the camera is just based on the bedroom. And so you're seeing their interaction, if they fall out, if they walk away, they change furniture in the bedroom and whatever. And it keeps like they're fast forwarding the whole thing. So they grow old together. Whoever gets sick, one of the partners die, the other one feels alone. But it's this whole life journey around what love means and how two people share that. And so eventually, of course, both of them pass away, and then a new couple moves into that apartment space. So they show that at the end of the song, they show the bed, and you know, a man and a woman, they move in, and they're a young couple, and so they change whatever furniture, and they're starting their life. And it got me so emotional. I was just crying right through. I'm like, you know, it may look very trivial, but this is the whole point of life. Well, that's the path, right? In relationships and whatever. All the beautiful memories that we create in that space together as humans, you know, creating something magical. It's beyond words. So
That's awesome.
that's what
Thank
came into
you.
mind.
Yeah, no, that's, and I love that sometimes the song is about, you know, opening our hearts more, or sometimes the song is about creating an energy that'll connect us with someone else, or, you know, like it can do so many things. That's really brilliant. Astrid, do you have a song?
Yeah, and I'm actually catching myself not using a lot of music throughout my day, but I'm noticing a craving of singing more and of bringing more music in my life. And recently, I'm embracing my kind of inner bravery, fully expressing myself recently more in all levels, and singing is one of the things. And recently, I was out at a bar where a band was playing, and I actually dared to somehow weasel myself into the band and sang a song with them. And the song, yeah, the song was "Summertime" by Ella Fitzgerald, and it made my heart sing so much. It felt so amazing, and I feel it's like a really beautiful metaphor for me and my business and everything, how I like to live. It's just like summertime. I don't know if I should sing right now. It's this beautiful song. It's like summertime and the living is easy. It's like everything is easy, right? It's just like, and it can be when we let it. So, and that's what I'm all about. So I guess that's my theme song these days.
Oh my gosh, I love that, and thank you for singing. I appreciate it.
Thank you for holding space.
So, you know, I've had a song recently, and thank you, Kavita, for bringing up one that maybe, and it actually makes me cry, but it's "Starry Starry Night," remade by James Blake, which is, and so it's a new version, but he sings it with such soul, and you know, when they go to, you know, he took his life as lovers often do, and I just like, I weep every time I hear it. And it's because it's just that whole piece of what happens when we don't feel got, like if someone doesn't get you, like, and I think people as artists and creatives in the world often think that that they're not got. And yet someone like Vincent van Gogh was so received, like just in his lifetime he just never was able to experience it. And I would wish that for everyone, to experience it, like to really feel their genius, and to know that the angel, like you're the angel here on earth, like right, that heaven must be missing an angel because you're here, right? And so it ties it all back together again. This is just such a beautiful place to be. And I'm so, wow, this has been turned into a really deep conversation, didn't it?
Yes. Very touching.
Cool. All right, so let's play another game. Are you ready for another game?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so the next game is a storytelling challenge. And this one, a lot of songs, and kind of like the song I mentioned just a minute ago, it's about a story. And it walks through a whole story and that kind of thing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be inspired basically to write the lyrics to the beginning of a song, of a story. And each one of us is going to take a line or whatever, however far you feel inspired to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this deck, this Angel Oracle card deck. And the first card I'm going to draw is the theme. And what that means is that's what the song's going to be about. Okay? I know, you guys are getting nervous, aren't you? I'm kind of curious how this is going to roll out. It's going to be fabulous, I know. All right, here we go. This is the one.
Got Ellie in the house. It can't.
That's
can't
right.
Be that.
Okay, so this is our theme. Blessings in disguise.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm going to put that actually on our camera here so our guests can see that. I'm going to move our book and put this on here. Okay, so we have blessings in disguise. You can see that there. All right, and now I'm going to draw a card, and you can use any part of the words on this card or whatever it says. And so we're going to start. Astrid, you're going to go first. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, dang.
I know. I just feel
All right.
inspired that you get to go first. So this card is for you. Here's yours. This one says new partner. New partner. Okay, so you have a moment to think about it. And you don't have to sing it. You don't have to make a tune. You're just making the line. Okay, new partner.
Okay.
Okay. And Alli, you're going next. Your line is reward yourself.
Okay.
Kavita, your line is family. All right. And
Okay.
we're gonna have something to wrap it all up, and that's gonna be child. Okay, so we're gonna set that one right there. Beautiful, child. All right.
Okay.
So our theme is blessing in disguise. Astrid, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So we're basically creating a poem together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you take new steps, you never know what you're gonna get.
But when you love yourself, you'll never ever forget what is meant for you.
Okay. Family seems to be a mess, yet it's your best bet for it to be the best blessing yet.
And to hold the child inside your heart and reward yourself with all the blessings that impart.
Oh, yay!
Love it.
That's so beautiful.
Wow. And I typed it in our chat in YouTube. That's cool. Wow.
You guys are so good. All right, I'm really excited about, we're going to be songwriters next. So, but
We are.
Exactly, we already are. And so I would love to challenge our viewers to see the world as a song, like to see it as it unfolding inside of you, and open up from your inspiration. What tune would go with that? What would it sound like? And can you share it with someone else? Like, I'd love to see you share it with someone else, whatever that is. Alli, are you going to break into rap again? Or
Oh,
just no. Yeah, no, you were so in the moment. No, I thought it was funny. I saw your face, and you're just so engrossed in everything. You're like,
yes, like my heart, just like I love this process so much.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. So the next thing I would love to do on our game show is we would love to actually serve you, Alli. And we would love to serve you inside of your business, you are putting on an amazing event called the Bold and Bright Fest. And we would love to play a game with you that will actually open up perhaps some clarity or support or what it is that's going to help that move forward in the most amazing and fabulous way. And so I'm going to move off my cards here now. And we have got a little spinner. And so the spinner looks like this. And actually it's got life areas on it. And because what we have discovered as with everything, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And the area that sometimes is showing up in our lives to be supported isn't necessarily our business. And when we do it, our business will actually grow. And so we like to start with the spinner because it suggests that there's something deeper showing up that will actually help your event be totally more magical than it's already gonna be.
Cool.
And so with that, I would love to know if you have a question at all, or if there's anything that you've been thinking about or that you're wondering about inside of that event or even any other part of your business.
I have been wanting to make more. I have such big theatrical, cinematic, high budget visions of how I would love to create this world, and pooling the resources or allowing myself to attract those resources, to receive them, so I can bring my visions to life. That's
so
where
the question is, what would it take to attract and enroll all those resources magnetically? Like what it'll take for that to happen.
Yes.
Cool. All right. I'm going to flip over here. And so I'm going to spin this in just a second. But if you are watching today, I want you to consider in your business what it is that would move your business forward. You know, what is those things? And sometimes it doesn't look like it's inside your business. So I would love to know if you have any, questions that you're wondering about in your business, any way that we can serve you, please type them in the chat and we will always get back to you, even if you're watching it later. So thanks for that. All right, so for Alli's question, how do we attract, enroll, and make that happen? So I'm going to spin this spinner for you and for everyone watching. Ooh, interesting. We have landed on nutrition.
Oh.
And it has the number 6 on it.
Okay.
And I really love this idea of feeding, both metaphorically and physically. And so this whole idea of feeding yourself in a beautiful way is what totally shows up. Does that ring anything for you at all?
It's really funny. I was just eating dinner before this call, and I've been so bored with food, and I've been trying so hard to create really fun, nutritious meals, and I haven't been inspired by food. And on another level, I wrote a song called Foodie Queen, which is about how the music I create is nutritious for myself, like how it is the soul food for me. And I haven't been, I've put it on the back burner. I keep putting it on the back burner. And, I want to spend more time on music for me, and so there are these parallels of giving myself the nutrition both physically and spiritually. Yes, there's definitely a disconnect there that I want to fill. Words. Does that make sense?
It does. And I love it so much because what I heard you say is if you give yourself the nutrition, both with the food and the music, and give it to yourself first. Like we're talking about the music being your ritual, right? It's the first thing in the day. So both, and the music has got to light you up and the food has got to light you up. So even if it was one thing in that dish that was lighting you up and making you happy, you would have already gotten that like check, right? And
Yeah.
checked off in that day. And so once you give yourself the thing that you wish to receive,
Okay.
then the only thing that is left to do is to receive more of it. So then the world begins to give you more of it.
Oh, cool. That sounds so like awesome. Like giving myself these really yummy, juicy, like fulfilling experiences first before anyone else. Like that's a lot.
And so, Jean, I would ask you to play with the book again, the 70s book again, and see what's the cherry on top for this question that you're asking, Ali.
Okay, beautiful.
Kavita, this is so magical, by the way. It's brilliant inspiration. Total abundance. Genius recipe right there. If we don't receive in one area of our lives, then it also doesn't flow in others because everything's energy, right? Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna go. We've pulled up the classic songs of the '70s book because this has deep wisdom for us today. It already has. So I'm very excited to see what other maybe very specific thing that you maybe could do, right?
Okay.
And so we've had this kind of doing for yourself about adding the music and nutrition to your world. So let's dig a little deeper and say, what is that point where people will kind of, what are you doing that has that show up for you? All right.
Okay.
So here we go. All right. The song is
Drum roll.
American Pie.
I'm gonna make myself cry.
And the song, the words, the lyrics that I pointed to was, I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news.
Okay, so the immediate thing that comes up is like pie has so many layers. Like it's a pie, but it's also a circle, 3.14, like total unity. And then like turning what I'm sad about, where my emotions are, into something that is inspiring, using it to empower myself, like to play with it.
Yes, absolutely. This place of vulnerability, right? It's this space of not just saying feed yourself in music, but really open up to the things that you desire and the things that maybe make you worried or sad or scared. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, of all the songs, we get one that has the word pie in it for real.
Oh my god.
Universe humor. Amazing. And I love all the layers that you already got from that.
It's so cool. Everything's a circle, everything's connected. Oh my god. Thank you, guys.
All right, so if you are watching us here live or on replay and you would like to win a fabulous prize from the Game Night Show, all you need to do is type in the chat, what inspired you about that?
Nice.
I want to know what inspires you about Alli or about what she said or about the stuff we drew or the magic that happened today on this show. All you need to do is add that in the chat and we will gift you with a fabulous Game Night Show prize just for you. So thank you for coming. And before we begin to wrap up here, Alli, I would wonder if there's any wisdom that you would like to share with our audience around, because you are actually a genius in games and improv and all those kind of things. Is there anything that you would like to share with our audience about play and fun?
Yeah, thank you. One tool that I've been using lately is wordplay. So when I find myself in my blues, and something is like I'm overwhelmed by fear, I find the word or set of words that would describe it, and then I flip that word to be something fun. So, for instance, if I'm concerned about money or resources, I have my trust fund. I will trust my fun, and I'll trust my funds. And so, or if, like with accounting, I just need to have accountability. Just own my responsibilities, devote some more time to them. If I'm like curiosity is the cure, dissecting words to make what is blue a happy tune. That's like so fun for me, and it's really, it takes the pressure off, and it helps me look at things from a totally different perspective. So yes, that is.
Oh, you are totally magic. No, I love that game. That's really exciting. In fact, everything you just said sounded like it could have been a song. Like it all went to.
They are.
Yes, I imagine they are. So, I'm kind of curious. So, is there anything for Astrid or Kavita? Is there anything that in your business like you don't like doing, and you don't, and I want to play with the words now. So. That is not our favorite thing to do. I know, Alli, you mentioned some of them, accounting, like who likes accounting? Actually, there are people who love accounting. But what would be, so what's an area of your business that's not your favorite?
I have something, so it revolves around marketing, and it's not marketing per se in a general way, but I'm kind of shifting from individually inviting people to, I prefer to just show up to play and be invited, that kind of thing. So I don't really like to feel like, and that's in my head, right? I don't like to feel like I'm hand inviting like all these people. It feels like why do I have to do that if I put on the queen crown? So I don't, yeah, there's something in there that doesn't totally light me up. Feels like work.
Yeah.
Right, so how do we turn around then the invitation, the heaviness of inviting one-on-one to then what's the turnaround for that?
You asking me?
Well, I'm asking the whole panel. I'm asking the whole panel. So taking those words and then turning them into inviting you as the queen.
I'm getting, instead of opening the door forward, I'm opening the door backward. It's like it's like the energy of receiving instead of I'm like, here's the door. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
The first thing I think of is breaking down invite. Could be a couple things like like what are you in at the time, and vite. You could play with that like vitamins or
that's awesome.
vitality or vital, like
vibe, maybe also vibe, because that kind of vibes with me.
Yeah, you're in vibe.
Ooh, instead of inviting, I'm imbibing.
I love that.
That almost sounds a little bit like it could be something not very proper, but it sounds very juicy. Sounds fun. Thanks for that. Okay.
I love
and
that.
I'm going to be very selective about who I want to invite. Definitely different energy now. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. okay, the thing that I struggle with in business is as an artist, I like big open spaces of time inside of my business. And sometimes I get it really booked tight, and then it feels constrictive, and I can't be in my creative place because I've gotten it too booked. And yeah, so the freedom of open schedule, but too booked, I guess, is where it is what showed up.
What I heard is like book, the word book rather than books. So it's a book is a creative space as well. It's filled with words, but it is super creative and it can be anything you want it to be. So there is a lot of space and creativity in books, in being booked. Like it's probably more playgrounds, but more opportunities to be spacious and creative.
So being book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being story.
Being story, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
I got like a wordplay in my head where the last two letters got moved in front of the booked. Then it's ed book. And I don't know what that could mean because it's like you choose what book you're creating. It's like, I don't know, what would ED stand for? Definitely something that feels better than booked. Because that's like a passive kind of victim mode. It's almost like something is happening to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
as opposed to being book or being, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm getting for ED, like edit, EDIT, and yet don't put the IT together for edit. So it's like ed, it, book. So you can like, you can do whatever you want with the storyline. You know?
Ooh, I like
Nice. Thanks for filling in that blank. There was something missing there. I like it.
Yeah, so you get to wave a magic wand, and the it can be anything, right? The ed is almost like an opening, an entry, a permission to be in that space. And then you get to wave your magic wand and make it anything you want it to be.
Yeah, and it can be an abbreviation. It's like express your dreams, ED, or whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're already doing it, Jean. You already like this call itself is a magical space where you come in here and it becomes really magical. That's a theme. And however it goes, nobody knows.
But it will be magic because that's what happens.
Exactly. So you're already doing it. And so you get to apply the energy of this space, for instance, to all the things that you have in your calendar that shows up.
Right.
Because especially if people go there and they book and you have no idea and then suddenly you're booked. It's because
and we play games when we're booked. Yeah, we play games when we're booked anyway. So so it's more of living in that play energy, because when I see it on the calendar, like I'm excited, and when I actually, I'm meeting with people, like it's magic, right? Because we're playing games, and yet when I see it too full, then I'm like, not enough space.
Yeah.
But we're just playing all day long, so it's cool.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel there's a piece from the beginning of the call with a Queen song that showed up, where you can also, what if you make yourself one of those people who book your calendar and you block time in your calendar to be Queen time? So that would solve that also. So then you don't have to play mind games with like feeling good about a full calendar.
Yeah.
This is a very good point. Book yourself. Oh, see, now this is kind of sounding like that. Oh, book yourself.
Oh, I love it. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Jane, you totally answered my question too, because while I realized mine was also with the calendar, what happens for me is that I love whatever things show up in my calendar, that I get to show up fully and be in that space. The challenge is when it's not on my calendar, I fall off the planet. I'm just not there because I'm like, I show up for the thing and then I'm gone. So I'm either with family or whatever else I have offline, so to speak. And so my challenge has been like, oh, but I need to come back here and tell people what's happening, or what was the magic to the story that started today. What was magical ending to the story? But because it's not in my calendar, I don't get around to saying that the same day, or maybe the next day. I'm giving bits and pieces of it to my inner circle people, but yet everybody doesn't know the full magic of the story. And because my life is so magical and it happens rapidly, if you ask me 2 days from now, I wouldn't remember, right?
Well,
And so that's
yes, and the magic then of having pulled this family card,
Yeah.
like that was your card. That's
yes,
so awesome because that was your story within our story.
yes, yes. And now the solution too is that I can just put that spot in my calendar where I come back and I'm fully present to share the end of the story of what happened for that magical day, or what
Mhm.
how that story unfolded,
So book
you know.
yourself.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. A singing party.
That is so awesome. Well, you guys have been amazing as always, and I'm so excited that you've all been here. And we are going to wrap up here with our commercial break.
Get
And
some
so,
popcorn. Enjoy.
exactly, get the popcorn. As I said, I am Jean Berry, and I hope you enjoyed the game night show tonight. Please click the YouTube subscribe button and be notified of all upcoming live shows. We are live on Tuesdays at 7:30 Eastern Time. Games are an incredible way to grow your coaching or consulting business. A branding game can cause leads, engagement, and magnetic following, as well as grow your brand memory, referrals, and allow you to grow your business to 6 or even 7 figures. We have created adventure games, spiritual games, astrology games, real estate games, and more. The sky is the limit. Would you like to explore a game for your business? Please go ahead and either make a note in the chat, send me a private message, or send me an email on my website and book a play call, because that's what we do when I'm booked, to book yourself. So let's chat about your business game ideas and how a game could grow your business with fun and ease. The next thing is, would you like to play more, to have more intuitive alignment, and be in a like-minded community of people who love play inside of their business? Please jump into the Zap Adventure Club Facebook group. This is where I play with Astrid and Kavita, and we make magic there. So we would invite you to join the Zap Adventure Club in Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, make sure to put what your biggest insight was today, and that will give you a prize for today.
We have somebody piping up because we've had watchers throughout the show, and Lori texts us that she's from Michigan, and she's Michigan. Sorry, I'm Swiss. I don't know how to pronounce things. Apparently, I don't think it's Michigan. It's Michigan. So she says she has left tuning in. So thank you for saying that, Lori. And since it's one person chiming in, I feel like she can win something. What do you think? Like nobody else took the...
You are a special rare breed tonight, Lori. Thank you so much for popping in. We so appreciate you coming here live. And yes, we have prizes for you. And so actually, if you would, I think we can contact you through YouTube. If not, let me see. You can actually pop on Facebook and send me a PM. Otherwise, I will send you a message here. Well, we will send you a fabulous prize. So yay, thank you for coming and joining us live here today. So again, you are awesome. This is the Game Night Show where everyone wins. And we will see you next Tuesday. Thank you all.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.